welcome to the fourth and final review of the evening. Up this time is HunterX. No, it has nothing to do with Hunter x Hunter. Just going to get that out of the gate right now. HunterX it's an interesting release, if nothing else, because it's a game that has one foot in the present, modern, and one foot in the definitely past. And though weirdly enough, this is the second one of these I've reviewed this year, which is a side-scrolling action adventure, really Metroidvania meets Dark Souls affair. Like, granted, the Dark Souls influence might not be shining through right now, and I will definitely say, like, the Dark Souls influence is a lot more limited compared to Watcher Chronicles, the other game we covered in this style. And I'm of two minds about that. Yes, like, you see Petty Fan demonstrating the combat here, and I think, even from a cursory glance, but if it isn't apparent, like, the combat here isn't very Dark Souls, or Soulsborne, or whatever you want to call it. Whereas, as I mentioned in the Watcher Chronicles review, the combat very much was aping Dark Souls, but in this new, like, high-octane 2D platformer space. And, and this game, honestly, quote-unquote, fixes what I didn't like about Watcher Chronicles. It has the kind of combat I like in this kind of game. You can see it's very high dynamic, and it lacks that dance that Dark Souls games are known for. That's not to say it's completely absent, because you do have a lot of options here. You can block, you can parry, you can slide, and you can dash and air dash. I don't, Dark Souls didn't have a dash or an air dash. Again, that's more the, 2D platformer side of the things are speaking. But, it doesn't have the back and forth rhythm that Watcher Chronicles and Dark Souls, proper Dark Souls games have. And I'd imagine that's going to be a turnoff for those who are looking for a tool, for 2D Soulsborne combat. Me personally, I think the combat in HunterX is much better than Watcher Chronicle, just because it's a combat motif that fits the action. And like I said, it's not like this thing isn't drawing any influence from Dark Souls. It's another, it's in the, I think the most cliched Dark Souls trope that's been grabbed by the general gaming audience is the death system. Though, like, just the barest portions of it. Like, I don't think I've played a a game in the style that goes full punishment. And what I mean by that is, if you die in Dark Souls or any of its kin, you not just lose all your souls, your currency, you lose about half your life. And, getting that restored takes a lot of extra work. It's like, you don't get that here. You just, if you die, you lose the souls. Though I gotta say, it's the most annoying retrieve the soul bag thing I've seen yet. That's because the thing is flying around, but if you touch it, it doesn't open. You got to hit it 3 times. That could be that's just annoying and unnecessary, I think. Like, and it's got 2 upgrade systems, which is another oddity for this kind of thing. It's got your more traditional put points into attributes upgrade system. It's like, do you want more health? Do you want more stamina? Do you want, it's like, do you want more MP? That kind of thing. It's got, do you want to attack more? Hit stronger. It's got all that. But it's also got, when you upgrade a stat, you get what's called a keystone. And that goes into a separate skill tree. And in the skill tree, that unlocks better attributes, usually better attributes for your sub skills. Like if you want to have your dash require less stamina, you go there. Or even like if you want to unlock the ability to hurt enemies with your dash, you go there. And you also like tweak defense and attack there as well. And you can upgrade it to a certain point. That point is like each big circle is representative of one of the core skills. The upgrades that you find over the course of the game. You can augment those once you get that. You can unlock those from the menu. And let's see. You also get sub-weapons. There are a lot of sub-weapons in this game. Of various sides. Fireballs, ice balls. One of my favorites was the Assassin's Dagger. And you also can switch your weapons. I think, and that's another thing that is missing from the Dark Souls experience in HunterX here. Your weapons are pretty much the same, at least from what I found. Maybe a difference in reach, but and I know that this is going to be another major turnoff for those who are looking for a more traditional Soulsborne experience, because that's another defining trait of Souls weaponry. They move different, they hit different, they have different radiuses, and that's another thing that Watcher Chronicles really captured well. But once again, I find this kind of simplicity to be fine for the game type on display here. Like, I was fine with not fiddling about with, making sure I had the weapon with the right reach, or, I wasn't being slowed down too much. I know that's a more subjective thing, but what I'm saying is, HunterX ticked my combat boxes a lot more than Watcher Chronicle did. That being said, I spent a lot less time with HunterX, and that is because, well, I hit the same wall as in Watcher Chronicle, just a lot sooner. That is, the bosses are really fucking hard. Maybe not the first 2, I'd say, but once you get to the judge that consumed fire, I legit spent about an hour and a half on that guy, trying to get down the exact pattern and, making sure I was lucky enough. And he's the 3rd boss.
If nothing else, they certainly have some Dark Souls-ass boss names.
Yeah. Once you got to the 4th boss, at least the 4th boss encountered, that's when it was starting to open up. Once again, I spent another hour on him, and I'm like, you know what? Done. I do not have the fucking patience to ram my head against the wall, as it were. And once again, this is another thing that I hit with Watcher Chronicles, but it was like the boss that got me the credit there was like the first super boss, like the first really big quest boss, who is just a pile of bullshit in his own way. And the regular enemy combat is a lot easier. In Watcher Chronicles, even the mooks had that Dark Souls dance. Here you can see it's a lot more conventional. And once again, I was fine with that. I generally liked this game outside of its difficulty, but Soulsborne influence, it's what you got. Another thing that's directly from Dark Souls is your hunter potions. That's another Souls sign, because that's your main way of refueling your health. And it's same here, and it's it works the same. You upgrade via finding potions in the overworld. And that's how this game works mechanically. I suppose we should talk about the graphics, because I think we're a bit split on whether or not these are good. Like, I honestly do think that the graphics here are probably the weakest aspect of the game, especially after playing Watcher Chronicles, because not only was Watcher Chronicles more in line artistically with a Souls game, it was just, I thought flat out better. It's like I will say I'm generally the type to choose gorgeous 2D animated sprite work and such, versus this bland, low poly 3D affair.
Yeah, I guess the shading is a little bit simple.
The art direction's fine enough, but I'm talking about the actual, the look of the game is.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not saying it's great.
Yeah. Killer soundtrack though.
Sorry, I was thinking about getting this game, but I didn't end up having time to play it, so I was gonna get it right before if I had time to play it. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can still get it.
No, I may still. It does still look at least kind of fun.
Yeah, like I said.
Petty, how bad is how is the delay on attacks? That was one of the things I was concerned about from.
It's really instant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's this is more Devil May Cry kind of combat.
There's a little bit of end lag at the end of your combo.
Yeah.
But it's maybe quarter of a second, if that.
Yeah. It's really fast and kinetic. And as I'll keep mentioning, I really dug that. And yeah, this game isn't going to run you too much. It is $14.99. And I think this game could have gotten away with being at least $20. So, I guess my overall rating is a complicated one, and comes down to what you're looking for. It's a good game. I think it's the better of the two of these, but that's on a personal preference level. I will say it isn't as Soulsborne as it could be, or perhaps it should be for those who are wanting that kind of experience. Though if you are, I'd say go pick up Watcher's Chronicle. That will give you 2D Soulsborne. Yeah, and Petty just got hunted. And it's got its interpretation of the "you died, you got hunted." Anyway, any other questions, comments, or
I think
concerns?
hunted doesn't mean getting killed to me. It means the process that leads up. I'm not actually seriously criticizing this. It's just it's not quite the same to me.
Take it up with management.
Yeah, it's and see there's there's the Souls Crystal, and you see how you actually have to hit it a couple times to get your karma, what they call souls. Yeah, that was just annoying. And yeah, this boss isn't too bad. But later on, yeah, you're gonna get curb stomped. I mean that's another thing that I didn't like too much. You can be stun flipped.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Anyway, so yeah, $15 is a very good price for this. One of the better games I've played this year. Probably going to be in the top. Though it's only May, so we'll see. Any other questions about Hunter X here?
Not that I can think of.
All right. So yeah, that'll about do it for not just this review, but this review session. Let's see, coming up on the week ahead. Yeah. Oh, I needed to move that down a touch because okay, on Wednesday, May 11th, we are slated to have returning to the program Stephen Frost of Digital Eclipse. I'm looking forward to this because we are going to be talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection. So, look forward to that. And on Friday, May 13th, we'll be. This is the week we'll be having Christian M of Waterflame. Mentioned this on Wednesday's show. We were supposed to have him last week, but he had some plane problems, which ate into his podcast preparation time. But we'll be having him. He's a music composer. He occasionally works in video games. He's done a lot of them, like the Castle Storm series comes to mind. So we'll be talking about that on Friday. And until then, I shall wish you good gaming.